What's happening? This is Jun Tzu. Just slabberin. What's happening? This is Jun Tzu. Just Slabberin Episode 6. Today I'm joined with a very special guest, David James Kerr.
Yes.
He's a Belfast fashion icon.
Go ahead, such an introduction.
I'm telling you, fashion mogul. First heard of you last week, just. So funny, I was doing the Mix show in Dublin, and my mate Danny said to me, I've got you a new Balenciaga t-shirt there for the Mix show. So I posted up a wee post and said, I'd rather perform naked than wear this Balenciaga Lady Gaga t-shirt, you know. And everyone was laughing around. My mate Buzz Lightyear messaged me and said, I'll get my mate to kit you out. Go and check him out in his shop. So I hadn't heard nothing about you or anything. So I says, right, I'll go and check his shop out. And he says to my dad, we'll see what it's saying anyway. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it.
Exactly, yeah.
So me and my dad drove down to your shop then. Went in, this is the kid. He kitted me out nicely.
Yes.
And I was very shocked, bro. So that's why I said I have to get you onto the podcast.
So within a week, you heard of the brand, you've been to the shop, and now I'm fucking sitting on the podcast.
You with me, brother? That's
how I operate, yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. And I'm telling you, when I wore it, I really liked it. It felt like militant streetwear.
Right, okay.
You know, and I was thinking, nah, this is good shit to rep, bro. So tell me your story. How did you, how long has DJK been up and running?
So DJK in its entirety has been going the guts of 7 years. So we started with all the designer brands. So your key brands like Stone Island, CP Company, your favourite Balenciaga, Prada, Gucci, Hugo Boss, full collection, basically like flannels, only a local version. So we're doing that for the last 6-7 years, and then only in the past, just before COVID happened, we started looking at creating our own brand because we captured all the designer brands and sort of reached the peak, you know, big queues, Black Friday, breaking websites, growing on socials, you know, smashed it all. And then we're like, we're essentially working for other brands and selling it and just promoting them in a sense. And we're like, why don't we put all that time and energy into creating our own stuff that we like to look off, bring it to the market, already have the customer base, have the socials, have the emails, have, you know, the people following us for years. And then I actually flew to China before COVID and went around a lot of different factories.
Right.
And because a lot of Italian designer brands get made in China as well, believe it or not, they're masters of what they do. Obviously, you know, your phones are made in China, everything's made in China. Yeah. So flew over, went around the factories. This is pre-COVID. Paid deposits, got samples made, blah blah blah, and then next when COVID hit, so everybody was fucked. You know,
weren't in China, were you?
No. I was home, but nobody could predict that from happening. Yeah. Then when we get back, we're like, well, we're already 1 foot in, deposits paid, etc. And then we started getting there. Sort of our first shipments just it would have been just before COVID. We were just dabbling in it because we're still doing the designer brand. That was our core business. And then our own brand was just sort of in the background, and people was just testing the water, just testing bits until we could expand the collection. Then COVID hit. Designer business was sort of off the rails for a while. Everybody obviously was on furlough, shops were closed, you know, all that madness. And then that's when we started, when I had sort of downtime, I was like putting all my energy into my own brand. Came out of COVID. This is obviously a quick version. Came out of COVID, and then only in the past sort of 3 to 4 months, I sold the designer business completely.
Right.
Stopped dealing with Italians, stopped doing all that, and went full time in their own brand. So it was like a line in the sand, just going, you know, a bit like yourself, put all your time and energy into something, you can make it a success rather than just reselling other brands. It's not mine.
Of course. Wow. So what was like when you said you were dabbling at first, like a couple of wee bit, what was your first like DJK?
Caps, to be honest. I started with caps. There's a brand on the market, D Squared. They're very successful with caps. Yeah. So we sort of modelled our caps on theirs, sort of the same sort of fit, same quality of materials. Caps done well, then expanded into t-shirts and the cargo pants. Summer jackets only recently arrived in the past few weeks. Currently working on tracksuits, working on shorts for the summer, working on a kids collection. So it's like everything we've done in the designer game, just transferring it across now to this.
Yeah, I could tell that when I put on the t-shirt and all that I was wearing, I thought this is like, it does feel like a designer t-shirt.
Exactly, because the bar's set. Because if you come into me and you buy a Balmain t-shirt, a Balenciaga t-shirt, a Prada t-shirt, the retail on those, as you know, is like 300-400 quid. So we have to match the same grade of cotton, the same quality, because that's what we're known for, selling design. So if I come in with some shit, it just doesn't add up. So I need to set the bench there. Do you know what I mean?
And then what is it more affordable than yours?
More affordable, because again, being a local brand and being technically a startup brand, because we're starting again, you have to get the price point right. So, for example, again, if a designer t-shirt's some of them £300-400, you know, even when I was stocking them, I felt a bit embarrassed putting the price on them, because you know, it's not affordable for the everyday guy, but it's the brand to set the price.
I never was one for like designer clothes and all. When I moved to Spain, one of my best mates, he's like 6'8". He's a big massive fella, but he lost loads of weight.
Right.
And he's a big wealthy fella, and he says to me, "I've got a present and all," and they give me Philip Plain. Philip Plain t-shirt. He said that t-shirt cost like 650 quid.
Easy, yeah.
And I was thinking, wow.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wore it like, and it was all right, and it had these wee sparkles on it. It said Philip Plain and sparkles. But when I washed it, like all the sparkles fell off. I was thinking 700 quid. What? It's mental. Like, so but then I got a Stone Island coat. And I thought to myself, nah, that's worth the dough. You know what I mean? Because I've had that for years. Like, and I love it. Like, so I'm not anti-designer gear or nothing, but I don't know. I think a lot of it is stupid, you know?
Well, that's it. In each brand, in each collection, there's winners and there's losers. Do you know what I mean? There's like key pieces. It's obviously everybody wants, but at the same time, it's a hard lifestyle to upkeep all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it made me laugh when I went into your shop. As I went into your shop, I was there with my dad, and Wayne Noon, she was lovely, and she offered us a cup of coffee, made us feel dead relaxed, told us to chill now. And then she said, the owner wants to meet you now, he's on his way. So we're waiting on you, and then I looks around, and there was another wee fella there, and he was wearing the Balenciaga hoodie. So I says to my dad, see that brand, that's the reason I'm here. And then I started saying there's a paedophile ring and also. And then you walked in and you said, are you talking about the Balenciaga paedophile ring? And they'd been laughing. You shouted at him. You said, you should get that off. You shouldn't be wearing that in this shop. But I like that. I love that. So what do you think of that Balenciaga shit? Did you see that?
I think they always say, the key sentence you always hear, it's like in plain sight. Do you know what I mean? So if they're doing a fashion show or they're doing a campaign, it's going to be seen, and they're showing kids with a BDSM teddy bears, or you zoom in and you see the paperwork and it's all about like a child trafficking case or a child pornography case or whatever it was. Like, who in their right mind, if I'm getting these guys to do a shoot for me with models, you know, that's not something that's in the script. So it has to be put there. It has to be it's going to get world media attention, but from what I can see, not even a slap in the wrist.
But you know about, so they got the wee child models in modelling these BDS bags, and then if that wasn't even bad enough, do you know about the papers?
The court paper things.
The court papers, and that court papers was like where the courts had ruled in favour of some big child porn case. You with me? So what the fuck are them papers even doing there?
That's what I mean.
You know, so like they could easily say, okay, we didn't realise it was inappropriate having the wee kids with the BDSM bags. Like, what? But there's no excuse for that in papers, because they are specific court documents relating to a specific case.
And it's what we just say there. It's like in plain sight. So it's like everybody, it's plain as day to see. But the world just goes on. It's like as if it didn't happen.
That's what bubbles my blood. I mean, a few of my mates, big shout out to Tommy, my mate Tommy, he burnt all his Balenciaga stuff. Burnt them all when he found it out. And I didn't have any to burn, but I was torturing Big Danny as well. I says, you wearing any of them paedophile shoes or anything, you can get them off. It's wild. But the truth is, I think all of them Italian designer brands are all drenched in it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the designs too, when you look at it, it's very much this satanic agenda that they're pumping. Like, they call it fashion, but it's all like, I don't know, most of it just looks like transgender wear or something. It's mental, you know. Have you ever seen like Gucci's Fashion Week and all?
You see the models going down the catwalk.
It's like a freak show.
It's not something where you're pausing it or watching it and going, I want to get that. You know, it's completely removed from what you end up seeing in the shop. So it's like more like a spectacle as you say, whether it's satanic or whatever it is, it's just fucking completely off the radar of what.
That's what I always baffled myself, because it's like, I'd see the Gucci Fashion Week, and all you see is homosexuals and transvestites, and they're wearing dresses, and they're wearing like high heels and all sorts of weirdo, like just weird shit.
Yeah.
And then everyone, all the lads, they all want the Gucci, and they all want all that. And I'm thinking, well, it doesn't even correlate with me.
Yeah.
Like, how do you watch them shows? And it's funny because, like you said, the stuff that they buy all has that street element to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It all looks a bit road style. It's funny. It's like drug dealer wear or something.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I just always find it a bit cringy.
Uh-huh.
You know, like guys talking about how much their clothes was now. I always said, these are like big fucking girls. Like, that's what I used to torture my mates from Dublin. I said, these are like big fucking girls. You know, like, what are you wearing the night? I couldn't give two fucks, bro. You with me? A nice good tracksuit like this, bro, I'd wear it for a week.
Yeah.
Militant, just crack on, doing the shit. You
just
know
like under the radar.
Yeah, bro.
Because what I've noticed now is, like, especially like the key customers we would have when we had the designer business, I think it's now moving away from the big brand names. They're actually looking for something else.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the brands, whether it's getting to that age or if they're just burnt out, they've had it for that many years, they don't have anything to prove. So if you're a guy that has a few quid, people know you can buy it, but what's the point of me going and spending £850 a hoodie? So they just want to get something under the radar. It fits well, looks well, doesn't have a big massive billboard on it saying Balenciaga, saying Valentino, whatever it is. Just something staple that's nice and just something different as well. So it's like our brand, we would ship a lot of it across to England, across the water, because people want a new logo, and you do like a double take and you go, what's that badge? What's is this a new thing on the market? You know?
See, bro, to be honest, that's why I loved it as well. When Buzz said to me, there's a Belfast branding on them, and I seen that it was top quality. I thought, this is gangster, bro. This is militant. This is what we need.
Yeah.
Because I'd always support like homegrown businesses, you know. I love homegrown business. That's what I love about Northern Ireland in general. There seems to be, apart from like Spar, you know, Spar seems to have like monopolised the whole shit out of Northern Ireland. Everywhere you go, it's Spar everywhere. But even that, I don't mind it, because them big Spars, and you've got the Subways in it, and the bakeries, and the wee baristas and all. There's like no, I tell you, I'd say out of all of Europe and everywhere, Northern Ireland has the best garages by a million miles. Million miles, bro. I love it here, like I really do. And it's funny, we went to Dublin there, and even when you cross the border, bro, it's just like going into a European city. It's just shit.
Where's the Irish people?
Yeah, it's like, I'm talking about the roads and all, though. No, I didn't mean like nationality-wise. I just meant the roads. It's like, isn't it? It was all like that. I don't know. It just felt like a big European shit. Like, it didn't feel like it was homely, like, you know. And then we had to drive around the River Liffey about 10 times, you know, to get to where we were going.
Right, okay.
Nightmare, like, pain in the arse.
But see where you're touching on, just to touch on about Northern Irish brands and stuff. Like, we give stuff to people, say, in your industry, in the music industry, and what I seen visually from watching, say it was yourself and other artists, whoever, they were wearing brands like Trapstar, like Hoodrich. They seem to be like the brands associated with, you know, drill, grime, that's all different genres of music. And we were sort of speaking to a few artists going, well, you don't want to always be every music video is Trapstar everywhere. You want to have like the new brand on the scene. So then we were sort of saying, you know, try this, try that, because I think a lot of the UK artists, you know, the ones in Northern Ireland or Republic of Ireland were copying. So we're going, well, why not be first to market with a new brand, and then the English ones are going to poke their head up and go, what's this brand? Do you know what I mean? So that's where we're trying to just angle down that road to see. Yeah,
so I've seen like, I've seen Hoodrich, seen loads of rappers and all wearing it. I've never wore it once. Never wore it. Like I said, I don't know. I'm never one to follow fashions or shit, me, bro. I loved Adidas. I always wore Adidas my whole life. I just used to call it Adidas here, don't you? My girl used to torture me. So you say Adidas? I've always said Adidas. I would say Adidas. Yeah, because it's a Northern Ireland thing. I grew up in Manchester. Yes. So in Manchester they'll say Adidas. Right, you know? Okay. Adidas, like we wouldn't say that, you know. And it's funny because then in Manchester we say Primark. We say Primark? Primark. Right, okay. You know? So it's funny, like, yeah. But because every time I say Primark, it's Primark, you know. But I thought Primark would be PRE, no? Well, true. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, bro, I love the. I wouldn't care what I wore as long as it was militant and it felt good and it was good quality. Yes. You know, and that was it, bro. But as far as like labels and all, I don't know. Never really give a fuck me, bro. I always see. I don't know. See, us growing up, I remember the first guy coming around. We mixed race kid in a Prada tracksuit, and he came up to us. And he goes, "Do you know how much this cost me?" And I remember looking at him thinking, "Bro, I feel to slap you around your fucking head. Like, you think we give a fuck, bro?" I don't know. It's not my scene. You know what I mean? It was like we would get our worth from something else.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm wearing a fucking tracksuit, but it don't mean shit to me. You with me? If it's good, if it's blacked out and militant, then it's good enough for me. You know. But that's how it was, like, you know, growing up. But how did you come around with a DJK then? So I know that's your initials.
Yeah, that's the initials. So just touching back, the original business with a designer started David James Carr, so it was my full name, and I actually started the business selling the coat off my back. So that's probably a good story. So I was bankrupt. I was on benefits. Didn't always, you know, start.
Yeah.
You know, on the way up.
Right.
I literally was bankrupt on benefits.
When was this? When you had the clothes shop originally?
Aye, so before I had the clothes shop,
right,
I started by selling. I had a Stone Island jacket, like you.
Yes.
Sold it on eBay because I had no money.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Got the money off eBay and used that money to go and buy pre-owned Stone Island jackets back on eBay and was flipping them.
Hey, go on. Bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Grew at this a point where the postman was coming to the house with all these pre-owned jackets. Kept flipping them on eBay, flipping on eBay. Outgrew my bedroom, and then got a lock-up. Outgrew the lock-up, and then got a premises. So started with pre-owned.
You're a G.
And then flew to Italy, and then met a supplier. Started doing past season stuff, faulty stuff, etc., and then just built it to where we were doing obviously brand new designer. That's it in a small nutshell, but it took me years of graft to get there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then how long into doing that did you get the shop?
Probably doing that for the guts of 2 to 3 years, I would say.
Guy.
Yeah.
Militant, bro.
So literally from the bottom, do you know what I mean?
Of course, literally from the bottom.
From
you
one,
sold
one
your own
coat.
You sold your own coat?
Yeah.
Sold the coat off your own back?
Yeah. I was on I was on job seekers. Used to walk to the benefits office. Used to walk to the post office. Used to walk to the Royal Mail depot to pick up the parcels.
And then what you must have, like, you made 100 quid, 200 quid on it or something, and then thought, shit.
Yeah.
And then you seen that.
Yeah.
And then what do you do? You have to look for the used coats
on eBay,
and you would look for like the best priced ones,
so,
and then just stick 50 quid on or whatever it is on it.
So literally, before that, I used to own fish and chip shops. Told you that the other day for Cod and Ulster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that yours, the for Cod and Ulster?
That was mine.
I didn't know. I've seen that. I didn't know that was your one now.
Yeah. So I went bankrupt. Spanned the 3 shops. Grew too big too quick. Went bankrupt. Was on the benefits, doing nothing.
You had three fish and chip shops?
3 fish and chips,
now
all called the same.
That one was on the Shankill Road, wasn't it? The for Cod and Ulster one?
All in East Belfast.
All East Belfast.
Albert Bridge Road, Ballyhackamore, Hollywood Road.
Right. I've seen them in the papers now.
Like Ian Paisley on the front, Jerry Adams on the front. Yeah.
For Cod and Ulster.
It was a big tourist attraction. King Billy's Family Feast on the menu, £16.90. Ian Paisley burger, Jerry Adams burger, George Best burger. It was good.
Set that back up.
I know.
Back up.
I put it on my Instagram and everybody was going, "Oh fuck, I remember, get it up."
I remember it, bro. Do you know what? I think that's a travesty that it's not open no more.
But if you think, I opened that when I was 21.
Right.
So running the business back in at 21, fell into it by accident. Like, had people working for me. It was double my age. I worked in fish and chip shops for 10, 15 years, trying to run. Do you know what I mean? It was tough. And then within 12 months, opened my second one. And then another 12 to 18 months, opened my third one. So I was running 3 stores in the space of a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it just fucking, one store was saying doing okay, 2 were struggling. Just ended up going tits up in the end. You know what I mean? Grew too big too quick.
No, I know the same. My mate there, Danny, in the Cali Cave, he had the original Cali Cave in Alicante. Then we got the second one in Benidorm, and then he got the third one in Barcelona. Then he was like thinking the fourth one over in Ibiza and all. But like I said, when it gets too much, and it's better to just focus on the one thing rather than just. That's what I kept on saying to him. Relax, bro, and focus on the one thing and make it. But it's because the first one became so probably similar with yours because it was so.
Yeah, we tour buses calling, people come to take photos, media attention, winning awards up in Stormount, like all this madness. And because you're so young, you're just hungry and you're just wanting to expand. But it's what you said with your mate. You think 2 shops, twice the money, twice for this, twice that, but twice the problems.
Yeah,
twice the staff, twice.
And then twice the time.
Exactly.
Twice
the stress.
Yeah. It's true, bro. It's very true. It's no way, bro. So I didn't know it was the Forcard and Ulster one. And did you come up with all that yourself?
I come up with all that, yeah. So it was literally, I thought of the name for Cod and Ulster before I wanted a chippy.
Right.
So I was sitting with it, it just came to me one day and I was like, fuck, I'd be class for fish and chip shop. And then sat pen and paper, literally, thinking of the theme menu, Ian Paisley burger, or this. I had the menu. And my dad had just passed away, so I left a few quid, and I was like, right, what will I do? Went and done the Prince's Trust programme.
Yeah.
So it was free. They learn you bits about business, bits about, you know, just if you didn't do well in school, that's where you went to try and get a bit of a guidance of what you wanted to do. Left school with no GCSEs or anything. They gave me a bit of a guidance. Got me a placement in a fish and chip shop to work for free. So you just went in and learnt the ropes. So I went in, there was one on the Beersbridge Road in East Belfast. Went in early in the morning, peeled the potatoes, cut the fish, battered things, cleaned up, changed the oil in the fryers, done all the jobs, starting from the bottom. He trained me up a wee bit. And then the Princess Trust helped me with like a business plan, helped me look for premises. And the Albert Bridge Road was the only road in East Belfast that didn't have a fish and chip shop. Found a premises, got it all kitted out with equipment. Then it was like, fuck, opening dates, fucking May. It was 2007 it opened, I think. And then I was shit myself because never had a business before. Never, not didn't cook for anybody before. I was learning the trade, but I wasn't confident.
Of course.
Opening my
Yeah, you
all
like
right
a
under
chef,
somebody's
I know what
wing,
you're
you know what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like, right, we're fucking opening. And then because of the name and because of the interest and the media attention, it was like, fucking this
It
big
had
massive.
to be good as well.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I get it, bro.
Because funny,
me.
see back in, like we'd say a flat screen TV on the wall, and I used to go on the eBay actually, and you're able to buy DVDs off people that recorded like all the rats. So they had like all news clips of the rats in Belfast, fucking Shankill Falls Road, all this, and put them on DVDs for like an hour. So we had a flat screen TV in the chippy with a DVD player with all the rats on, like on a loop.
Yeah.
So when you come in, you seen the theme menu, you seen the rats with shelves. There's a guy in Belfast City Centre that makes all the models, like Ian Paisley, the Pope, the Queen, Jerry Adams, Mark McGuinness, and with all them. So it's just like a full, all to do with the Troubles and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
So just related, the name, everybody loved it. And Jerry Adams, obviously he was spray painted on the shutter in 2007, so things weren't, say, as peaceful as they are now.
Yeah.
But he was never spray painted over, never touched nothing, because I think people appreciated, you know,
Yes,
the
what
theme.
it was, 'cause-
And people, because it was in East Belfast, people from the Short Strand all came up and got food, because it was like, it was a laugh and a joke, and you know,
course.
it was good. It was good times, but say it is what it is. You know, I learned a lot. Put it that way.
Obviously.
Huh?
I love that, bro. I actually love that. I do think it's brilliant. It's a shame that it's not on.
Well, this is it. It is a shame, and I say to the missus sometimes, if it didn't go the way it went, I probably still would have been starting frying fish, or I would have had a chain of shops. But if I asked you and the missus, I say, it's Friday night, Saturday night, what takeaway are you getting? I could put money on it, you're not getting the chippy. You're getting the Chinese, you're getting the kebab, you're getting the pizza.
But the price of the chips now is ridiculous, isn't it, bro? It's fucking, that's what I remember. It's like fucking £5 or something for a chip. It's like £4 now just for isn't it for a normal chip? It's like £4, I remember.
Well, I went in, the first time I was in a chippy was last Friday, because my wee lad plays football. Picked the boy up, lives around here, went to Eddie Spence's, which is only around there. Eddie Spence's, nice chippy.
Yeah.
Sat in the wee old booth. I think it's over 100 years old, Eddie Spence's. And he says to me, what do you want? I said, fish and chips. He got a fish, 2 drinks. It was 20 quid.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, that's the going rate. It was lovely.
Of course.
But my fish supper was like $9.80.
Yeah.
I remember when I started, you would have got a fish supper for fucking the guts of a £5
Yeah, 5-6 quid. Yeah, like 5-6 quid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's doubled in price.
Yeah, I worked in a chippy as I got kicked out of school in like third year of high school, and then I became a potato peeler at a chippy. And then he asked me to become the commie chef, because it was a chippy with a restaurant. So I went then from potato peeler to commie chef.
Go ahead.
And then that was me then, you know, and I left school and all, was saying I was
I'm the man.
That's what I thought, you know, at the time, like, but I seen all the goings of the chippy, like, you know, and it was like a very popular chippy, like, as well. And I do know there was like an art to it as well, because a lot of chippies around the way, they were shit.
Yeah.
They were shit, but this was this was popping, like this was the dolphin chippy, you know, and everyone was flooding into it, you know. And that's what I done like for years, but the price of it now is insane. It's fucking insane. I don't even, like you said, you'd have to be fucking well off to be getting chippies every week.
But
now,
I think even set the price aside, if you were ordering a takeaway, it wouldn't be in your top. I don't think.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Would it? Would you not get Chinese, kebab, pizza?
Yeah, but
Indian?
It's in there. But it's in there. Like I'd say, the chippy, the Chinese, the Indian, the pizzas, in there. Yeah, no, I'm not in that. But I do like chicken kebabs. Chicken kebabs.
Because in my house, that's what we like. Chippy would get it very rarely. One of the other ones would trump it all the time. Do you know what I mean?
No, because I'll tell you what I love, bro. You know the plain batch Irish bread?
Yeah.
You know, like the lovely crust?
Yeah.
I'd get that.
Buttered.
Get that buttered. Get chips, fish, and curry sauce.
All in the gala?
Yeah, all in the gala. Make that into a big sandwich.
Go ahead.
Bro, and to be honest, I don't think there's much beats that.
Right, okay.
I don't know, like no Chinese, no nothing, bro. I still love that, I do. And the chips have to be like crispy and all.
Yeah,
hit them mush, like soggy chips and shit, you know what I mean?
You're selling it to me here, I might have to get this chippy back open and again.
I think you should definitely just get one even next to the DJK, you know what I mean? And just promote it. But I'm telling you, I do love a good chippy. And that's what I like about Northern Ireland as well. There's a lot of wee... There's a lot of good wee spots, you know? There is. Where's one of my favourite spots as well at the minute? Nags in Glengormley.
Right, okay.
Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't been, no.
It's really good. We go there for a Sunday roast.
Right, okay.
It's really nice, bro. That is really nice. Nags. And they've got actually 2 restaurants. They've got Nags and then Ziti by Nags or something right
okay.
next door.
Okay.
You should check it
out. Well, give it a bite, shall I?
It is good. There's loads of wee like funny ones as well. Like me and my girl got 69 burger. Did you ever hear of them?
I've heard of them, seen them on Facebook.
Yeah, and we went and collected it just in a wee unit.
Is it Boucher Road?
Yeah, is it Boucher? Yeah,
I've heard of it.
And then their menus all like
themed that way. Yeah,
all sex themed. You know what I mean? But it's funny, like you say, it's good.
And was it nice?
It was really nice, wasn't it? Like really, really good.
Good.
So, like you say, you know, I like wee things like that, and it's good for Northern Ireland in general. You know.
You see, when we done that back in. Not that there wasn't social media, there probably was, like 2007, long time. What's that, 16 years?
Yeah.
If I'm right with my maths.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, I probably wasn't really into Facebook. Probably wasn't even, I don't know if it was Instagram 16 years ago. It wasn't Snapchat. It wasn't TikTok.
Yeah.
So it was like word of mouth.
MySpace.
Was our, probably, Bebo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I started with MySpace, mate. MySpace, bro, was my first one. Remember them saying, "Oh, we can get you a website and all. You can put your music on it." You know, I thought it was brilliant. MySpace.
But now your phone, you have to fucking, you're putting it out on this channel. You're trying to, you know, you've that much to try and keep up with.
Yeah, I don't like it though.
Day.
Yeah, see me though, bro. Still, Facebook and fucking Insta. And I don't even really use Facebook. Everything that I post on Instagram just automatically goes on to Facebook, you know?
Yeah.
And I've never used Snapchat in my life.
Okay.
Fucking hate that shit. It's like for wee kids and all, so I've never used it. That TikTok, again, never fucking use it, bro. I've not got an account on that. My wee daughter said to me, "You're famous on TikTok." And there was like loads of kids all singing my songs and all. But I'd never set up a fucking account, bro. I don't know. The Instagram's a bit consuming as it is.
Yeah.
You know, so imagine fucking having 5 or 6 of them to switch between and all.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's just a shift. So it's like Instagram, people think, fuck, Instagram's dying off. So next minute, everybody's talking about TikTok. And originally, in COVID, TikTok was you stand in your living room dancing, getting on like a dick. And now TikTok's like, that's where all the eyeballs are.
I know. So, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. My mates, they've been making music for years, got signed, and then they got dropped and all. And, you know, they were always trying to pursue their music and not really getting anywhere. Next thing, I could see him buzzing. I said, "What's up?" And he goes, "Oh, I've got so many views on TikTok. And, you know, it's booming on the TikTok now." And I says, "Brother, listen, my wee Emily made a fucking Skittles video. She poured water on Skittles and all the colours merged into... She got fucking thousands of likes. Like fucking 500,000 views, bro. I said, "No, she's 11. You with me?" I says, TikTok
I don't get excited.
It doesn't correlate really. But saying that, I don't know, because a lot of like artists nowadays, they're all blowing up on the TikTok, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's where they're getting like known. But I don't know, bro. I've never been fucking one for it anyway. I genuinely believe, I think that's part of the agenda. I don't believe that they would even give us them phones unless there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying that the other day about the Black Mirror. That's what a phone is. It's like a black mirror, and we all just... Have you ever watched that TV series, The Black Mirror?
I haven't watched it, no.
Bro, it's one of the most scariest TV shows ever, because it's about what we're living in now.
Right, okay.
And that's what the black mirror is.
Yes,
when
yes.
When it's off, see the way you can see ourselves in it. It's like a black onyx.
Yeah.
And that's what witches used to use. They would like do chants into a black onyx, stir into it, and put people into like a zombie type state.
And that's what happens, obviously, when you're something
Literally
like that.
90%, you know, everyone. We're just, me included, bro. I find myself sometimes I'd say to my girl sometimes, I'm going to chill and write a song. No, there's no song getting read. I'm just there staring at the shit. You know, and sometimes, like, tricks you as well, even with, like, YouTube and all, and you think, oh, I'll watch a wee podcast or watch this and watch that, and it's just so time consuming. You think, fuck me, bro, it's like a creative zapper. You know, because I liked it before that, like, I would just sit and write a song. That's what I would always do.
But now the attention span, if you're walking and you hear a cha-ching or a ding or whatever it is, it's like, oh, who's notified me of this or who wants me? Or it's just so much pull away from...
To reality.
Yeah.
Pull away from reality. And then, you know, I try and be as authentic as I can on my shit as well. Like, I never, you know, I wouldn't post up any, like, personal shit. You know what I mean? Like, people are, they fucking share their dirty laundry and all on the fucking, you know, on the Facebook. I'd never be one like that. But I never, like, try and portray anything either. I just show, like, what I'm doing in my life, you know, and try and promote the music.
My life's perfect.
Yeah,
that's what you get,
But again, I don't think a lot of... It's funny, I always think a lot of people who are in a negative mindset themselves, few people like that, and think, they think their life's perfect. You know, it's because there's something going on there. A lot of people aren't doing that. A lot of people are just cracking on, enjoying their life. You know,
just
like,
showing snippets as you go.
And like, I mean, if I was on a boat ride with my girl or something, I'm going to take a photo of the boat. You know, and I'm not saying, look at me on my boat. You know, you're just showing where you're at. But it can be, it's all about how people are perceiving it, where they are.
But it's the same as well. If you put out music or I put out an item of clothing, that's shit, it's shit, da-da-da. But you go in, it's user 1057, no profile photo, no post, no nothing. So it's like people nowadays, I don't know whether, as you say, they hate their life or whatever it is, but people nowadays sit and just go through, I'll comment on his profile, I'll comment, you know, and negativity just everywhere.
And this is the weird thing, bro, the amount of things I see online that I don't like. Imagine I commented on everything I didn't like, Mike. I'd
you wouldn't be able to get out of bed.
Would not get out of bed. I mean, so if I seen a T-shirt that you've released and I think that's not good, what the fuck am I gonna go? That's a bag of shit. For? Like what? Just move on, bro. Like you don't need to like every fucking T-shirt. I'd never forget. I used to work in the bread. I used to sell bread on the markets. And I would chop up the cakes, you know, when they offered them out to the wee grannies and all, trying to get them in. They all loved me. But there was this one wee woman and she used to go, I don't like your bread now. And I says, I know you don't. I know, love. As if to say, you don't need to keep telling me. And when I seen her then, I'd even ignore her, you know. And then one time, she was walking past and I seen her come, so I was offering more bread to other people. And as she walked up and she went to say to me, I know you don't like it. I know you don't. You with me, bro? Because some people are just haters, you with me?
Exactly.
And the key is as well, I've said this before, like if 20 people all say how great your stuff is and one person says it's shit and then you home in on him, you're paying a disservice to all of the people that have said how great you are. You know, and I've thought that loads of times. My best thing to do, I just ignore it now, bro. And ignore the praise too. You have to ignore that. Just ignore all of it. I like you know, I'm not a critic. I am an artist. You with me? So leave the critic to the critic's jobs, and I'll just keep firing out art. That's the key.
The other thing is it's an interpretation as well. So when we design something or you do music, you're not going to get 100 out of 100 liking it because everybody has different tastes. So we're not catering for everybody because hopefully along the line you're going to like something and it's going to pick your ears up. So it's like he's not going to like it, but them other 9 people are, and we want the good feedback on the bad. So we don't want everybody just sitting saying, oh, that's fucking class, what you're doing, da-da-da. We want them to come back and go, listen, I think the fit on that one, I think the strings on that one, the badge is too... Because then we can take all that in and then sort of amend certain things, because you can only work on, you know, criticisms and feedback, but not all just highlighting the good and ignoring the bad. So we would not entertain the negative comments, but we would reply in a way that sort of killing my kindness type of thing. 100%. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm doing videos, you're a dick, fucking da-da-da, just go, you know, enjoy your day, you know.
Of course. I used to do shit like that as well, like killing my kindness is the best, because what can they even say back to it?
Exactly. As well? You know, if you're sitting there in your house and you want to comment bullshit all day, like, go ahead, fill your boots, you know.
It's true. Depending on what mood you're in, like.
Well, this is it. It's hard to bite your tongue sometimes.
It is sometimes, and then sometimes if I find like a troll has got to me, they've won. So you cannot then once you start engaging. I've done it, bro. A couple of trolls have won on me. You know, like a troll. I said it the other day. There was a guy like took a photo of my daughter and all or something, and screenshotted me with like a mask. Bro, I was ready to kill him. And that's like one of the only times. But I often think about that and think, wow, I consumed it again. And like you said, it's probably not even a real part. Like.
Exactly. And then all your energy shifts from what you're doing in the moment.
Whereas it's like I watched. Do you watch the boxing at all?
The Tommy Fury and Jake Paul.
Stop, I couldn't believe it. I loved that. I was happy, but I was thinking more. I seen. I was shocked at Tommy Fury. I thought he'd done really well.
Yeah. And did your missus watch it?
Yeah, me and her sat up.
The reason I ask is because my missus would never watch boxing,
but
and then she was like, "What time's the fight on at tonight?" And I said, "Such." Oh, I'm watching it. And I went, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Oh, Tommy Fury. I know Molly May, this. I'm going. So the audience completely changed, you know, from watching a.
It's true. Guess who else watched it? Not only my missus, my wee daughter.
There you go.
And she doesn't watch fight. She was excited because she loves. And she's like, "And I've got a crush on Tommy Fury." So I bet my wee daughter that Jake Paul would win.
Right. Okay.
Because I thought Jake was. Like I said, bro, you know, he knocked out Tyron Woodley and he just, you know, he knocked out Anderson Silva and all. And I was thinking, these aren't just like, you know, ex-MMA guys. They were like ex-champions. And like Anderson Silva was one of the greatest of all time. So I thought.
But then you being switched on, maybe a bit of conspiracy. Did he knock them out?
No, I don't believe. I don't believe it was
China
fixed. I don't believe it was fixed. Like, someone tried to say it was fixed about Tyron taking the dive, even. Do you believe that?
Well, when you're talking about Anderson Silva, like, if you put Anderson Silva and a Disney star in a ring, like, yes, Jake Paul might have trained, but Anderson Silva's been fighting fucking his life.
I know, but it's the same with Tyron.
How does it...
That's what he said. He says, when I was on the Disney Channel, Tyron Woodley was winning his first UFC belt.
You know.
You with me? But that still doesn't... just because he was on Disney doesn't mean... Look, he was also a pro wrestler, you know, and he was like a decorated wrestler. He was well respected, like, and that's no easy feat, especially in the state that he comes from. Wrestling's quite a big thing. So to be like a respected wrestler shows that you're an athlete. And then when he started boxing, he was training with world-renowned boxing trainers, and they were all saying, this kid has got real
he's got something about him.
So like, look, for example, Deontay Wilder. He wasn't boxing from 12.
No age,
He wasn't boxing from no age. He only started boxing then later on in life, and he became a world champion. So it doesn't always compute. Just because Tommy Fury comes from a fighting family and done that his whole life, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to win. That's what I was saying. And you know what? Like, the truth was, it was a split decision.
Oh, aye. But I didn't think it would have went the distance. You know what I mean?
I thought Jake would either knock Tommy out or it would go the distance, you know. But I'm not going to lie, like, Tommy Fury really surprised me. I think it was probably his best fight. Tommy put in his heart, but no wonder, because Jake is the #1 troll. And he was there saying, and all, you're getting left in Saudi, changing your name. And, you know, everything, like, so everything was on the line for him.
And then I seen things after, basically saying they're getting Champions League money. But it was like a third division fight.
Of course,
you know what I mean? So if you think you're an up-and-coming boxer, you've worked your balls off from the wage, you know, you're not getting no attention, and a guy comes in, obviously he's from YouTube background, but straight to the top money-wise, like paid more than Tyson Fury, paid more than everybody in the game.
But again, I fully accept that and respect it.
The hustle's like...
Yeah, but I'll tell you why. For example, like, Cristiano Ronaldo tomorrow said, I'm going to become a boxer. He has every right to be the most highest paid boxer then, you know, because his star power speaks for it. So, of course, he's going to, like, I remember CM Punk came into the UFC. CM Punk was like a WWF wrestler. But he'd done a UFC fight, and he was like third on the bill, you know, like the main event, the co-main, and then it was CM Punk on his first fight, and it only lasted like a minute. The guy just took him down, choked him out straight away, like, but because of his star power, he was high up in the card, and I respect that too, you know. I like Jake Paul and that, but I was shocked at Tommy. Thought he'd done well. I'd like to see the rematch too.
Well, I think they're going to go straight for a rematch, aren't they?
And you know what I was shocked about? Like you said, it was. Did you watch the fight before it? It was Badu Jack versus
Makabu. And that was a title fight.
And that was a title fight. And to see the difference in quality, that was a real world-class fight. And there were two dogs going at it, bro. It was brilliant. And Badu Jack smashed it, bro. He became a 3-weight world champion. So smashed it, bro. And then to see that, and then that's where it's a bit weird. To see that, and then the main event, and then the main event is it was a bit weird, like, but at the same time, it was quite entertaining. I did actually enjoy it.
And then a scene, I think it was Carl Fratcher or something after it was saying, listen, it doesn't even matter what you do in the gym now. It doesn't even matter what ability you have as a boxer. It's about numbers. So it's if you come with fucking 10 million YouTube subscribers, you come like KSI, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. If you can come with that behind you, then you're already. It's what you say. Like you can go into any sport and go, "I'm the man, pay me."
Yeah, obviously, sure. Like you said, McGregor. You know, he transcended the UFC. He became bigger than.
Bigger than you.
And then that's how he got the Mayweather fight. You know?
And then I think even I seen clips of him the other day. He was on the stage, but he had Jake Gyllenhaal. Like they were promoting his new movie, so he's on stage talking, and just by his status, he took over the whole crowd and. You know, they're filming the movie.
He actually had a fight in the UFC cage.
Jake Gyllenhaal for Roadhouse movie or something.
Yeah, so he must be in. There must be a UFC fight.
Yeah, because I think he said on stage these are all going to be the crowd in the background, blah blah blah. So interesting.
Yeah, it's cool shit, bro.
Have you been to his place in Republic? I haven't been yet. You know, his.
The Black Forge.
I haven't been.
Yeah,
I want to go. Like,
it's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. He held his belt. Now he has the belt.
Up on the.
Like, I think they just pass it about.
Right,
you can wear it and all, like, you know, but it's really cool. The food there was delicious.
Yeah.
Top and notch, like a real good food. And then they do lovely cocktails and shit too.
I've seen people being there. I've seen, obviously, the socials and stuff. It looks amazing. Just haven't had a chance to get down.
A few of the lads wouldn't go because they say, like, you have to wear... like shoes and
serious, do you?
Or whatever. You
get the suit on, did you?
I didn't, but we went. That's why I was shocked because I thought I might not get in.
Your man's going to go in that tonight.
Yeah, but I did. We got in, but it's saying that we didn't go on the weekend, so maybe in the weekends or whatever. But tell you what, I loved it. Like I really did enjoy it.
And is it outside? Is it a bit of a jaunt from city centre of Dublin?
It's in it's in Crumlin,
right?
So it's like I think it's on one of the main roads out of Dublin.
Okay.
You know, but it's handy enough, like. Yeah, I've been like once or twice now. I've been. Yeah, but it is good. I'm a whiskey drinker, but I struggled a bit. I say I don't like Irish whiskey. I like Scotch whiskey.
Okay.
You know, and did you ever try McGregor's whiskey?
No. I've got a bottle in the shop, but I've never opened it.
Yeah,
it's just for display.
I've got a bottle in my house, and we bought 2 bottles, and we tried it, and I didn't like it.
No.
But saying that, Irish whiskey in general seems to give me a headache for some reason.
Okay.
I could drink a full bottle of Scotch whiskey, and sweet.
And would you do a full bottle?
Oh, I've done a few bottles, of course I would. To be honest, I drink, but I like it neat.
Serious?
Yeah, I only drink whiskey straight, and I don't drink it with ice or anything.
Just
I like it
literally just raw, just bang.
Yeah, spliff and a whiskey, bro, and water. Water, like I love to have water accompanying it. So I'd drink a neat whiskey, and then I'd have some water,
right,
and a spliff. And you know what, bro? Never get a hangover, because most hangovers are all the sugar.
Okay. Yes.
From all the fizzy drinks. You pour in Coke and fizzy drinks and all the rest of it.
Yes.
That's what the hangover is. When you wake up the next morning, your body's trying to...
just fucked.
Whereas after a bottle of whiskey, I'd wake up feeling sweet as a whistle, bro.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Right. Yeah, maybe you have to go down this road and see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't drink often, bro. I'm not a big drinker. I like to say I'm a smoker, I smoke a lot. Do you smoke any weed?
No.
Did you ever smoke it at all?
I did, and me and my wife went to Amsterdam.
Right.
So... maybe a funny story, maybe not. So went to Amsterdam, obviously that's the thing you do when you go. So went into one of the cafes, obviously we were out having a few drinks first. We didn't know how to smoke it, we didn't know how to roll it, didn't know fuck all. So literally said to the guy, I can't even remember, it was Bulldog Cafe or somewhere in.
Yes, I know Bulldog.
And it says to the guy, blah blah blah, and he says, right, you've never smoked before, try a strength. And we were like, right, okay, blah blah blah. Tried it, and we were like inhaling it, but we weren't inhaling it right down.
Yeah. And
he says, no, this is the way. And then he showed us. So we were like, right, okay. So next minute, tried it, and then sucked it right down into your stomach. and then like a couple of goes, blah blah blah, and then probably about, I don't know, 15 minutes later started to fucking, really. I don't know, would it be paranoia or would it be like just a wee bit surreal? Do you know, like.
Well, I call it the roller coaster. Were you on the roller coaster? Were you going up and down? Like.
I think my missus started freaking out before me, so she was sort of looking at me funny, going like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're all right," and she was trying to find, I think she had her purse or something on the table, and she couldn't even get her hand to get the purse, and I'm going, because we never really touched it before, so I had to get her up and get her, like, hold her up and get her out. And put her outside, and there was like a bouncer outside, and he goes, sit on the bench, and he went and got her like sugar water or something, and made her drink it. Next minute, I had to get a bag off the bouncer, and she started being sick everywhere, and I was winding her up. I was still half alright, and I was going, there's loads of Japanese tourists taking photo of you, and just going, no way, no, and being sick in the leg. Aye, but that was our experience.
Oh, why? So, last time I pulled a whitey, I was about 12. Like, I started smoking weed when I was 12.
What age are you now?
35 now.
Right, so 20 odd years, no more whiteys?
Nah, bro. I mean, I had like I said, I smoked weed every day since, really. You know what I mean? But when I was a kid, I remember the very first time I smoked weed, funny enough, was in the summer holidays from year 7 and the first year into second year. So, and I went with my big bro, and they were all smoking weed, and the same thing happened to me. I didn't inhale it. When it came, I smoked it like a cigar.
Right. I blew it all out,
but I didn't inhale it.
Yes.
And then I passed it on round and said, it's nothing to me. It's crap there. That doesn't even that. And then my brother laughed and said, do it like this. Look, do this. You with me? So I go straight in, and then I coughed my guts up. Next thing, boom, took a whitey. And I was in the toilet, not being sick, bloodshot eyes and shit. You with me?
So what were we doing wrong? Or is that just the way to get it out of your system first time, and then
what we were doing, what both of us obviously done wrong is we overdosed like that.
Okay.
See, that's the worst thing that could ever happen to you with weed. See, the worst thing that can happen to you with alcohol, you die.
Yeah.
You try and get your stomach pumped, and if it didn't work, you've got alcoholic poisoning, and you die. Weed isn't a poison. Weed is a medicine, and you can't overdose. Like that's the worst thing.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario is that you pull a whitey, and you feel all dizzy, like out on the roller coaster, and you be sick.
Yeah. So if I wanted to do it here with you now, I would do the same thing again, but just maybe have a different reaction.
What I would do is I would say let's even just have one draw.
One draw. So don't be thinking it's not touching me, and then doing it 3, 4, 5 times.
Exactly. Have one draw and then just see how that, a lot of people as well, like edibles are good for people that don't smoke. Yeah. And if you get a mild edible,
and just
then you can enjoy the effects without happening.
Okay.
Okay. Like it happened to me a few times. I know a guy who ate a bit of oil, and he doesn't smoke. Next thing, he freaked out, and he thought he was going to die and everything. I had to give him some orange juice, tell him to relax. Orange juice is good if you have a whitey.
Right, okay.
I think it's the vitamin C in it or something.
Right.
Helps you bring it down, But it's funny, bro. Like I said, I've always smoked weed. I've never been a big drinker or anything.
And see, just touching on, obviously, weed, if people class it as a drug or whatever, if it doesn't have so much damaging effects, obviously you see about people saying about getting it legalized and how it can have loads of health benefits.
Yeah.
Why has it never got to that point in society where it's like?
I believe the reason it's believe the reason that it's not legalized is because I do believe it sort of opens up your spiritual receptors.
Mm-hmm.
The Rastas talk about the herb, and they talk about how it can alleviate the stress of modern day society.
Mm-hmm.
It can open up your mind to spiritual concepts that you're otherwise never going to see in the rat race.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the rat race of everyday life, and you see, and alcohol is a poison. You drink alcohol, it poisons you, makes you all giddy.
Yeah.
Whereas you smoke weed and you relax and you can meditate. When you smoke weed, you can meditate. The scary thing about weed is very dangerous too, because weed is an enhancer. So I'm like a creative guy. So I'm always thinking of creating stuff. So when I smoke weed, then boom, you with me?
A million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'll write a song, I can do this. And my creative minds go, if you're depressed, I would not recommend smoking weed.
Okay.
Because it's an enhancer of how you're feeling. So if you're depressed and you smoke... I remember when I was going through court, going through like family courts like years ago, and it was stressful, and I'd stopped smoking weed and all for a while, and then I got a bad result, and I was fuming. I says, "Oh, I'm going to roll a spliff here," and I hadn't smoked in a couple of months. See, when I smoked it,
just went
boom, oh bro, and I felt like I could handle everything until I smoked it, and then I realised, because again, it's opening you up, you know, and that's why, like, I would say, like, it is dangerous in that respect, you know, and you have to make sure. Like, I remember even my cousin and all, when we came over on holiday from Manchester, I'd let him smoke it, and he was saying he was seeing demons and all in on the coal bunkers and all, and I was thinking, what? Like, I'd never seen nothing like that in my life. But I've never took any other drugs in my life, bro.
Right,
never
okay.
took nothing. Never took ecstasy, coke, pills, you know, ketamine. Never touched any of it. Like, my dad was a drug rehabilitation worker.
Okay.
So I seen the other end of it. Like, I seen a lot of, like, crackheads and heroin addicts and all, and I seen
So
them all
that
die.
put you off?
Yeah, put me off big time. And then all my mates were, like, drug dealers. So, and I was, like, 5 years younger than them. So I'd always see, like, they were like shots. In Manchester, you call them shots, you know, drug addicts. And they were like, give it, man, give it, man. I was thinking, that's what they are. People that take the drugs are fucking shots. Do you know what I mean? Like crack addicts and that. And I thought, it's like, nah, not for me. Like cocaine and crack are the same drug.
Yeah.
You know, it's only crack is a bit more clean.
Yeah.
All the salt and sodium's cooked out of it. And that's literally it. You with me? So that's what I always say. Like, you know, crack and cocaine, like, there's not much difference going on.
Yeah.
And it's so I've always been against drugs in that respect, and I've never seen weed as a drug. And it's funny because, you know, modern day society, you know, they are very into drugs. Like, for example, you were talking about in 2020 there, you remember with the scandemic and all, you know, for the first time in human history, they were pretty much forcing the population to take drugs. Literally forcing us to take them, you know, and it's all this bullshit pharmaceutical poison. And I've always felt like that. Like, I've always felt like anything that to try and push, I'm the opposite. So
there's like an agenda behind it.
Yeah, there's an agenda behind all of it, and I've always felt like that. You know, with all of it. Same with the sugar, you know, and like even like rap music in general. I do believe rap music became legal and like popular because they wanted to increase the prisons. You know, they wanted to, like, think about it as well. If, like, they're promoting, what is most of rap promotes is like gangster lifestyle. But most people that indulge in a gangster lifestyle, they're either going to, one of two things is going to happen. They're going to get shot dead, or they're going to go to jail for a long time. And that's the probability. Not like it's like 2% or something that's going to get out, earn a lot of money, and then move on and be successful. That's very, very, very small. You know, like the rest of them they're doomed. And that's sort of why then it's propagated and promoted. You know, that's why I like Kanye West when he was talking about Jesus and all, and saying it's funny, like they don't want Jesus mentioned. You know, in the... Did you see that shit about Kanye recently?
Well, I seen obviously Adidas dropped them.
Yeah.
And then I think recently in the past week or so, Adidas has come out and basically said that the stock value of the Yeezys that's left is so damaging to Adidas that they nearly have to bring them back.
Wow.
Because they can't sell them without them, whatever the agreement was, and the stock's worth $1 billion or whatever, a mad number. They need to bring them back and now make up to try and, because the Adidas brand is sunk since. Do you know what I mean? So it just shows you the persons became as powerful, if not more, than the brand. So, but even touching on what you said there about obviously the scandemic and everything else, it's like, whether it's music or whether it's forcing people to get a vaccine, or, well, can't really say that word, but it's like...
Don't worry, we'll blur it.
It's just, I've never seen over the past few years how people's arms have been twisted, been blackmailed, been, you know, forced to do things in ordinary life. And then when you ask them, why did you do that, or why are you doing that? It's like, oh, I had to, because I wanted to go on holiday. Oh, I had to get an easy life. I had to, because my job told me to. You know, everybody stopped thinking for themselves and was glued to the TV, glued to the phone. You open the newspaper, radio, social media, it was everywhere. The amount of budget that the government would have had to use to pay for Facebook ads, to pay for Instagram, TikTok, TV, to put that message through billions and millions of people, it's like fucking off the charts.
I seen that and it grinded on me. I was in the Cali Cave at the time, and people then were coming in, and I was stopping them and saying, were you forced to get the get the things, and they were going, yeah, and I said, so you're a bully victim, and they were going, no, I don't get bullied. And I says, well, why did you take it? And they were, I wanted to go on holiday. I says, so yeah, you got bullied then. You know, that's the definition of coercion. Coercion is, I say, do this.
I put your arm up your back like that,
And you say, no, I don't want to do it. And you say, yeah, well, you're not doing this.
A, B, C, and D, and E.
That's literally the definition of coercion. And that's actually illegal. It's illegal to coerce people. So, mental, bro. So when I seen all that, like, it's funny as well, talking about, like, the YouTube thing, and you know the way, like, even now, my mate said the word vacuum, and they came up one of the resources, and I was thinking, what is going on here? You with me? Like they're going way over the top, and it all started as well with flat Earth, bro. I don't know if you know this, but in I think it was 2018 or something, or 2019, one of the most Googled things was, is the Earth flat? And there was a lot of people discussing it and talking about it openly, and a lot of, like, you know, credible guys, and they were speaking about it, like, openly. All that got shut down, bro. Like, literally got shut off YouTube. And anything now that talks about flat Earth, that has like a context thing and says this is an archaic viewpoint that has been totally disproven, and it's false, and it's not real. This is what it says in all of it. Yet if you went and typed in Zeus and Hercules, it doesn't come up saying these are fictional gods or nothing, or you know, Thor. It doesn't say anything like that. But when you type in about, you know, a belief that every single civilization in humanity believed in, up until like 500 years ago, when a group of like pedophilic Freemasons decided to warp the maps and lie to the whole population. But until that time, everyone believed that. So it's funny that you know, that's what they say now, you know, in all the videos. So they've literally done that to everything. And I thought, why do that to them two things? It was the big thing, and then that flat Earth as well. And you talked about flat Earth, everyone has just been stripped off YouTube. Like a lot of the conspiracy theorists and all, like, that's why I can't even watch YouTube mostly now, bro. They've all been deleted. Everyone that I used to listen to on YouTube, they're all like gone.
But I think as well, when you say flat Earth, originally over the past few years, people just thought you're off your nut. But I think the elephant in the room, when that started happening, and it was mass everywhere, families are being affected, you can't go to funerals, you can't, you know, all these different things that affected you. You couldn't even leave a house. You couldn't go to Tesco, fucking whatever it was. Now all the red flags have come up. Everything everybody was saying through the whole period have started to come true. And now they're sort of releasing things that is the opposite. As in, WhatsApp messages have been released now saying when we're going to release a new variant. When you know, so it was all staged and planned, and nobody's like went, hold on a wee minute, is he not accountable for this? Should they not be in jail for this? Should they not, you know?
Of course.
There's
so,
loads of,
like you said, bro. So for like me and my brother, like I said, like I started studying about the Freemasons, the Illuminati, and their agenda when I was 12 years old. So I'm like 35 now. It's like, I was like over 20 years, bro. 23 years I've been like studying about this, and like I've known that the media, and there's an agenda behind it all, and I knew about population control, and I knew like, and because it wasn't like it was a secret. These agendas, like, so this is what's fascinating, like when all this started happening, like I've been saying this to my dad and all for years, soon it's going to come a time when it's this, and it's like this, and it's like that, and he would say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, that's what he used to say to me. But then when it happened, what can you do? It's right there in front of their eyes, and a lot of them did start opening up to it, you know? Like I said, bro, I believed, you see that Elon Musk even, I really genuinely, did you know that he's a knight?
No, didn't know
of the British Empire?
No.
I couldn't believe it. My dad taught me that. My dad's under the, like, there's a guy called Tim Cohen, and he's wrote a book. I read this again about 15 years ago. It's called The Antichrist and a Cup of Tea.
Right.
And he says that the Antichrist is Prince Charles, or now King Charles. You know, Jimmy Savile's best mate.
Right.
But again,
do you pay your TV license?
Pay my TV license. I don't even have a TV, bro. Do you know what TV stands for? Truth vaporizer.
Fuck, probably right, actually.
It does, bro. It's a brainwashing tool. I hate it, bro. I despise it. But, and even the Prince's Trust and all that you were talking about, I had helped you. Is that called the King's Trust now, or what?
I actually don't know. Probably it's probably going to have to be.
I don't know. I think it was always the Prince's Trust.
I was always a Prince's
No,
Trust.
did he start it though, Charles?
I was his foundation or his thing. So there you go. I was working for him back then.
I know, but nah, he was working for you. He was helping you.
Yeah.
It's about the Prince's Trust is about helping businesses, isn't it? Businesses.
It's about helping again people that's on benefits. It's like trying to find a pathway for younger people that don't know what they want to do or don't have like a opportunity. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was, as I say, left school with no qualifications, so it's like grasping, giving them people a bit of hope and a bit of because I walked in the Prince's Trust. I remember back in the day, it was just all working class people from around the area, like up to no good, like in a class together again. Do you know what I mean? So there was always maybe one or two could have went off and done something.
See, that's what I mean. I'm not against that. If anything, I think they should have fucking done. The Prince's Trust should have been 20 times fucking bigger.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not against, like, I think if they were ever doing that, they should have been given in proper. You know what I mean? Into it. But back to that, though. Prince Charles, my dad's under the impression he's the Antichrist. I says, he's a bit old now to be the Antichrist. But it's interesting when you look into it. His coat of arms is all literally described as the Beast of Revelation. The Beast of Revelation depicts his coat of arms.
Right.
It says like the feet of a bear or something, the body of a leopard or whatever. And they've like built his coat of arms on that.
Right, okay.
You know, and then I couldn't believe it when found Bill Gates. That's it. Bill Gates is a knight of the British Empire as well. So
and he was the one that, you ever see the clip where they say, like, he says it on stage, we'll have to like decrease the population by so many million, and then people picked it out and went, he forgot himself, sort of way. Do you know what I mean?
There's too many clues, bro. And like I said, you know, Elon Musk, I'm not talking about sending the rockets into space, you know, and the SpaceX thing and all this, and like artificial intelligence now, and you know they're even threatening this. They're shooting down UFOs and all. Like again, I studied a thing years ago called Project Bluebeam. Have you heard about that?
Is that like the thing potentially like doing like weather control and like all
fake,
stuff to do?
And a fake alien invasion.
Yeah.
They're planning like a fake alien invasion.
Yeah.
So like, you know, holograms.
Yeah.
Like as you know, they can do some mad holograms now. They've got
and like the movies.
And they've got like Tupac and all coming out on concert. And you think it's really there and all. So if they can project them holograms and make them look like that, they're going to start projecting them in the sky and like blagging us that we're under like some sort of alien invasion.
Yeah.
As you know yourself, bro, studying it for a few years, I've come to the realization that space doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Nothing that they tell us is the truth. I believe the Earth is flat and motionless, and the sky is above us.
So you didn't agree with the moon landing then?
The moon landing was
never
nonsense.
happened.
Never happened, bro. And you know what? As well, that was the first conspiracy that my mum ever took on, because she always said as well, didn't believe in conspiracy theories and all. And then when I said about the Earth being flat, she said, "Sure, they landed on the moon." And I said, "Did they? Well, go and watch. Just go and watch yourself the interview of Buzz Aldrin and the rest of them, Neil Armstrong and shit. Watch them when they come back from the moon. Just watch it. And you know, bro, that is not three men. They're sat there like they're about to get shot dead.
Yeah.
Petrified of saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
They never landed on no moon, bro. They never, like, everything about it, the more you look into it, and it's funny because when I talk to some people as well, straight away they always go, "What? Well, I believe it's round." And I said, "Bro, it's not a revolutionary fucking concept to think that we're, you know, that's what you've been taught to believe.
Yeah.
And not only believe, taught to see as if it's 100% fact."
Yeah, there's never anybody, if you're in a class of 30 kids or the teacher stands up the front, tells you how it is, you don't put your hand up and go, "No, you're wrong."
Exactly.
Do you know, and you're at that age where you're grasping it, you're sent home with homework to study it, and you get it right, because he says, tick, 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 10 out of 10, you're correct. So there's no, like, it's fact and fiction, you know, there's no arguing that it's, you know.
And it's interesting because, like I said, I do believe 100% it's full brainwashing mechanisms, and then a lot of people that would even say, right, well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but what does it matter? And why would they do that? Why would they lie? You with me? And I always replied back, because if you were born and I lied to you your whole life and told you your existence, what it is, but it's a complete fallacy, then I have total control over you. Literally total domination, because you're living a complete lie. And if they know the truth as well, and they're keeping it from us, and then they're projected through, like even the, like I said the other day, they said that they were at war. America was at war with Russia, but yet they signed the Antarctic Treaty. This is the only treaty that still stands.
Yeah, nobody's ever backed out of it. Nobody's ever like pulled out of it. Like it's never been questioned.
Yeah,
it's like concrete.
So two warring nations, they meet up in a dark room and sign this treaty to say no civilian is allowed to go to the Antarctica. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, what? And then the United Nations, you look at their logo.
Yeah.
It literally is a flat earth map.
Yeah.
That is the map of the flat earth, and there's no Antarctica on it. And yet the United Nations, what they signed, the Antarctic Treaty. So there's a lot into that as well,
And going back to the moon, so if the moon happened, I don't know what it was, like 1960 something, no mobile phone, no internet, no Sky TV, I didn't know you had a fucking microwave back then. So you're trying to tell me guys can get in a rocket ship, travel thousands or millions of miles, whatever it was, get out of it, walk on the moon, get back in and travel back.
Yeah.
And it's never been done since.
They lost the technology.
Yeah.
There's more technology here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
more technology.
That wasn't even built back then,
Exactly.
wasn't even thought of. So how can you go and bypass all that, do that, come back, and now it's like never spoke about again?
Yeah.
And the guys are obviously at the age now where, touch wood, they're going to pass away in a few years or whatever. So it'll never be dug into too deep, you know.
See, I always like to say to people, like, one of my best mates is a scientist and all. He's like a professor, and we grew up with him and would always sit and debate with him and all. But so I love science. But science is you're supposed to experiment. Experiments are you have to
the pros and the cons, like
and it has to be repeatable and consistent, and this is what it is. But you can't show me any of these concepts that that's to do with this. So like even for example, they say that space is a complete vacuum.
Like gravity.
Yeah, no. They say like we go up and up and up, and then we just pop right out into the vacuum of space.
Yes, yeah.
Right,
like
and they say that Earth is a non-vacuum.
Right, okay.
Right, but you cannot have this is a scientific fact. You cannot have a non-vacuum next to a vacuum without an impermeable barrier between the two.
Yes, to separate.
So then what people say is, but that's the atmosphere. But the atmosphere isn't an impermeable barrier because you're saying they say you can get a rocket
from one to the other.
and you can get a rocket and just fly high, and eventually you'll just pop out into the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
Show me that. Like, try and show me something on this earth that shows that, a vacuum next to a non-vacuum. That wouldn't happen. It blends into one. You understand what I mean?
So like the suction of the vacuum here, and where does it stop and where does it end?
Yes,
it's like,
where does it end?
Yeah.
And they're saying that it's just layers of atmosphere. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. It's the same with water, bro. Water always finds its level. That's what the horizon is. Horizon literally translates to horizontal, meaning totally flat.
Yeah.
And you can stand there, and I remember driving down to the coast the other day, and I seen the coast start here, and I followed it all the way round, literally, and you could just see the whole thing, and I was thinking, like, this is crazy, bro, what they're trying to tell you, because, like, show me an example of water curving. Like, yet they would tell you that, and then gravity, the concept of gravity, they say that this magical force of gravity is strong enough to stick all of the oceans of the world to the ball, but yet it's weak enough that a bumblebee can just defy gravity. Bumblebee just says fuck you and just flies past the gravity. You with me? But it's strong enough to contain all of. If that was real, the bumblebee should all be stuck to the ground.
Yeah.
But it's all a load of bullshit, bro.
And you see the videos with the astronauts, and they're all sitting there, and then when they slow them down, and you see the green screen where they're like the harnesses and stuff, and they drop something, and the guy grabs the harness, they let the other guy grab it up and back, and then back on the camera again.
And then have you ever seen like all of the space station stuff? And there's they've got fucking bubbles coming out of all their shit because with NASA as well, all of their space training is done underwater.
Yeah. And then I think in the reflection of the visor on the moon landing, you could see the other cameraman.
Yeah. There's two people I love to debate with who are two types of people that I love to talk about flat earth with, if they don't believe it or they've never looked into it. And that's Christians, people that believe the Bible. And then like people who don't believe the official narrative.
Yes, yeah.
So like someone who doesn't believe in 9/11, for example, was terrorists. And if they believe that was their own government, then I would always say to them, so you don't believe in the official narrative, you don't believe, in what they're telling you, you believe the government are full of liars. Funny enough as well, the word government, do you know what government is? So the word govern means control.
Yeah.
And then the word ment in Latin means mind.
Right, okay.
So government literally translates to mind control.
Yeah.
Mind control, bro. And that's what they're doing now. They're pumping us full of this mind control.
Well, it's like the same, you talk about 9/11, obviously everybody, I think I was in secondary school, and I was walking home from school, called in this sweet shop, and the guy had it on the TV, and you're just sort of standing there, unbelievable, what's happening? And then as you get older, and you sort of look at things, documentaries, you see what happened, and they're straight away, within weeks or a month, it was some guy in a cave somewhere that done this.
Exactly.
And you're going like, technology, me and you can't even get in through the airport with a fucking bottle of water in our bag.
Exactly.
So the guy from the cave with no internet in a country fucking 1,000 miles away was able to bring down two of the biggest buildings in the world in one of the most secure countries in the world.
And by the way, he wasn't even in a fucking cave. He was actually trained by the CIA. He was a CIA guy.
I think they supplied the guns for one of
They've
the other
done all
wars.
of them. He
and
was
all that
fucking
there.
trained by them.
Right.
He was like literally trained by them. Like the Bin Laden family were like in cahoots with the American government like from day one. It's all crazy shit, bro. When you study it all, like for what it is, you just think, what the fuck? Same with Putin and all. Now I think they're just totally fucking demonizing them.
Yeah.
They had fucking everyone there waving their fucking Ukrainian flags like fucking retards. Like none of them know anything about the fucking war that's going on there.
No.
But they're just told mind control.
Yeah.
Their government said do it, and they're all doing it.
So you were now clapping for the NHS on the Thursday night at 8 o'clock?
Bro, they're only clapping.
Have you got photos of him out clapping?
I'd be clapping them. That's how I'd be clapping them like that, bro. Fucking clapping. Oh, why? But you like the claps, didn't you? My girlfriend worked during the pandemic.
And was you not out supporting her?
No, well, I didn't know her then, but she said she would walk home she worked in an old people's
home. She was waving,
so she'd walk home like a celebrity, She was, but she even said herself, like, it's a bit mad, like, do you know what I mean? Because a lot of these nurses and all that were working in the hospitals, they were sat doing TikTok videos because they were empty.
Yeah.
The hospitals were totally empty. Don't want to say too much. We might get deleted, bro. We might get this whole shit shut down.
Yeah.
We're going to have to blur out them words and that. Listen, we have to wrap it up, my bro.
Yes.
But it was fucking brilliant having you on.
Yes,
We're going to talk all night, my bro.
Thank you.
Much respect anyway.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, God bless, folks.